Over the past week, YouTube has been unsubscribing people. Do me a favour, check down below, make sure you still subscribe to the channel. And if you're not, please consider subscribing, it helps me out a lot, it's completely free to do. And obviously you can change your mind at any point. We stated over on Twitter that once we hit 100,000 subscribers, we're going to do the biggest giveaway this channel's ever done, so don't miss out on it. So the PlayStation Plus games go live a little bit later today. I'm going to be doing the same as I did last month. I'm going to spend a little bit of time playing the games and then kind of make one video doing the three in like the order that I've preferred them. You guys seemed to like it last month. I thought it's a different way of doing it rather than just standard gameplay, I suppose. More of a review on each kind of game with the gameplay in the background. Now, we have got quite a few things to talk about this week. We've got a new game out which is pretty cool, that's been out on other platforms for a while that everyone on consoles kind of been waiting for. We've got rumours, some free content and some other stuff as well. Now, before we get into it, as usual, if you guys do need to renew your PlayStation Plus memberships, if you're looking for PSN credit on the cheap, or you just want to get your games at a decent discounted price, make sure you check out the sponsor, Instant Gaming. The link down below will give you a little bit of a discount, and everything on their site is usually 20 to 30% off anyway. It is definitely worth checking out. But first up, the drop. Among Us. Yes, it's coming out on PS4, PS5, Xbox and Series X. Now, if you play Switch, you've probably got it already. If you play PC or just handheld, you've got it already. It's a pretty cool random game, I suppose. I know it's been modded and stuff on PC, but I'm pretty sure on console it's just going to be very standard. But either way, if you don't know what Among Us is, if you've been living under a rock and you've never seen it, it's all about the crewmates on the space stations and stuff. And pretty much, someone's an imposter, everyone's got jobs to do, while one person's running around trying to kill them. It is really random. The graphics for it are different. It's kind of like 2D slash kind of 3D, I suppose. Now, these little dudes, while you're running around, you'll have to interact with certain stuff around the map. And it's kind of like little puzzles, or you just have to press certain stuff and wait a second. There'll be someone else that's running around pretending to do the same stuff. But the moment they've got you on your own, they're going to try and kill you, you're going to get chopped in half. And then, like, someone will report it, and then people vote to try and find out who the imposter is. It is pretty cool. The only thing for me personally is the price of it is pretty ridiculous. I'm pretty sure it's like 25-30 quid on console. On PC I paid like 4 quid for this when it first came out. On handheld like mobiles and stuff, I'm pretty sure it's still free. So to have to pay that much to get it on like your Xbox or your PlayStation is pretty ridiculous. But either way, I'm sure tons of you guys are going to love it. But moving on anyway, the rumours, the main thing that you guys kind of watch for. The rumours for a game called Stellaris. Now, I actually own this game on a different console, and I'll be honest with you, pretty much you have to manage a giant empire around space exploration and diplomacy and space warfare and loads of other complicated stuff as well. And I think for me personally, that's what put me off actually playing this game, is just how complicated it is. There's so much in it, there's so much to do, but it's so difficult to kind of try and figure out and remember everything. For me personally anyway, when it comes to strategy games, I don't mind them sometimes, but when it's that in depth that there's so much that you have to kind of manage, it can be a little bit daunting sometimes, and for me, I found it a little bit of a put off. However, I'm sure tons of you guys out there would love this if this rumour does come in. I'm curious to see what you guys think though. Stellaris, when it comes to this kind of strategy game, if it was to go free on PlayStation Plus, is it something that you'd be happy about, or something that you'd kind of try to avoid? Bonus content. It's always nice to get something for free, whether or not it's through PlayStation Plus or through a different service. This one's through Twitch Prime. Now, don't worry if you don't have an active membership, there's a link down in the description that will give you a 30-day free trial so you can claim this stuff and a load of other free stuff as well. There's bonus content for tons of games that you guys are going to play, and there's actually free AAA games on there that go on every month as well, so it's definitely worth taking a look at. But for Red Dead, it's a game I've not played in a while, but if you play Red Dead Online, you can actually claim yourself a little pack at the moment that gives you a free stable slot and 5 special horse medicine. Now, when it comes to Red Dead Online, I found it a little bit disappointing. I know a lot of people are going to say, why so negative about it? And the only reason behind it is purely, after playing GTA Online for so long, I was kind of expecting not the same experience, but the same kind of community, it just being massive and people always playing it, and it's been something that I'd want to play for years. With Red Dead Online, when I first played it, I think I ended up playing it for a couple of months with a couple of friends, and then we kind of just got bored of it. Obviously, it's a lot slower paced, but there is a lot of cool stuff on it. I think it's just, if you haven't got all the people to play with, it can be a little bit difficult when it comes to running your business and you need your mates there with you. And it's just the fact that not that many people play Red Dead Online compared to what played GTA Online. So when you're trying to run your business, whether or not it is moonshine running or doing other stuff, it can be a little bit boring when you're stuck playing it on your own, and I think that's what it was for me. With the fact that my friends kind of moved away from it pretty quickly, it was either stay playing it on your own, play it with randoms and just hope that people don't screw you over, or you kind of move on as well. It is worth a play, but it's one of them games that you will enjoy it more if you've got a crew of people to actually play it with. What have I been playing? You guys always ask in the comments and on Twitter and stuff what games I'm playing at the moment. I do like flicking from game to game. I mean, like last night, we didn't know what to play, and me, my missus, and a friend ended up playing Gang Beasts all night, and it was pretty stupid. But a lot of this week, I've actually been playing a new game that I got sent, and it's a game called Walking Zombie 2. Now, it's not what I expected, however, it is pretty fun to play. It's kind of a zombie survival game where you're doing quests and stuff, but the graphics are very cartoony and blocky, but it's pretty cool. I mean, like, when you first start off, it literally just says, like, rescue the baby, and then a load of zombies are coming out, and you have to try and shoot them in the face. It's, if you're into your zombie stuff, but you're not into the dead serious stuff, and you like more casual style, like, quest kind of zombie games, it's something that you might enjoy. It is pretty chilled out. I mean, I was just playing through it this week when I've been bored and waiting for stuff to download. I've played it for a couple of hours, and I enjoyed it. It's worth a play, I suppose. It's pretty cheap to pick up as well. Now, before we get on to my predictions, if you guys are curious about my setup, what PC, software, mic and stuff that I use, there's links down below. It's kind of like mid-range stuff that I use. I never buy that proper high budget stuff. I tend to pick up the gear that's going to do the job well, but at a pretty decent price. So if any of you guys are looking at streaming or becoming content creators, it might give you an idea of the kind of thing to go for, so you're not spending too much money on it, and the links down below will give you a little bit of a discount as well. But on to my predictions. The first one that I'm going to go for is a game called Fuser. Now, it's a bit of a different game. It's not going to be for everyone. It's a music rhythm based game where pretty much it's a non-stop music festival where you and your friends are controlling the music, mix elements of the world's popular songs, and kind of just have some fun, really. I mean, the whole DJ style thing brings me back to like DJ Hero, but obviously it's a completely different mix on it. There's like 200 soundtracks and there's DLC for it as well. Tons of challenges to complete. You can unlock new skills and instruments, and you work your way from like basic all the way up to expert level techniques. I mean, this kind of game looks pretty cool. I like music rhythm based games, but I do tend to get stuck in my way. I mean, like, when it comes to like Just Dance and stuff, it annoys me so much, but I can't dance to save my life. And with music based games, like I used to play Guitar Hero, DJ Hero. These days it's more like just Beat Saber, so something new coming up that I've not really seen before. It looks cool, it looks like it's definitely worth a play, but whether or not it's actually worth it, not too sure. If it was to go on PlayStation Plus, I think a lot of people would be happy with it. However, a lot of people might find it a little bit of a flop. And the final one is an indie game called Bouncy Bullets. And it is just a bit of a silly game. It is a really small casual game. And the whole point is you've got these little floppy things that you have to try and shoot. And you'll get these other things that are kind of trying to fire little balls at you at the same time. It is very casual. It's just we haven't had indie games in a while on PlayStation Plus, and I can see them incoming quite soon. This one's not too bad. Again, it's one that I've actually got on PC. Don't even ask me why I bought it. I just kind of saw it, picked it up. I think it were on sale at the time for like £2 or something, and I had no idea what to play at the time. Picked it up, not gonna lie, I had a bit of fun on it, kind of just jumping around shooting stuff, but the fact that there isn't any major like quest, or it's not like you sat on your edge of your seat kind of shooter, it is just very casual, but at the same time it passes the time if you're into that sort of stuff. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. But thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you next time.